What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. Yesterday, I had a loser, 5% on Storm, plus 9.5. Got a good number. Didn't matter. Uh, Last three of the game by John Quill Jones put him up by 12. So that one was pretty annoying. And outside of that, 15-0 run after being down three, like close to the end of the third quarter. That was pretty annoying also. So losing day yesterday for myself. Hopefully you did better than I did.
Well, we did win yesterday. Overall, it was a 1-1 split, but the heavier play was the Sky Phoenix game total over. Game went over 200. Boy, Phoenix looks good. But the loser Skee, the lesser loser, was the same game you talked about, except they had total over 182 and a half. And that fourth quarter was just such a drag. The game was headed over almost the entire way, over 182 and a half. And then a 16-16 fourth quarter where a lot of missed shots in there kind of stopped it from getting there. I think it got to 178 total. We're going to see that rematch tomorrow on the same floor, and it's got the same exact number. So there may be something to play there because it looked like that game. And I know we talked about it yesterday. That game looked like it was supposed to be an over, but really quick on the Phoenix Chicago game, even though Sidney Taylor got hurt in the third quarter, Chicago still had enough juice offensively. Dejanay Carrington came back with like 14, 16 points in that one. So that was a good one. And it's a shame they're that far back in the standings, but it opens your eyes to what Phoenix can do at this point with what I would call a core three of Plum, Copper, and Alyssa Thomas. They looked good last night.
Man, the most annoying thing about yesterday was I bet the Storm lost. The other things we talked about, said Aces, ain't no way I'm laying with the
Yeah.
Dream. Aces smoked them. And then like the I think we like the Mercury and the over, but I didn't get to the window, so that's annoying. See if we can do a little bit better today. Only one game, like you said. We'll get right to it. Tempo and Valkyries. This one opened up minus 13.5. It's coming down. I'm seeing even some 11.5s popping up. Total opened 168.5. And I'm seeing 169.5 pretty much everywhere. I don't have the injury report put up, so that's my bad, but I'll get to it right here. Here we go. Refresh. So Mabry is actually game time today. Morrow is probable. No Sykes and nobody on the injury report for Golden State. Yeah, if you have Mabry back, definitely is going to help out the tempo. It would help their offense. Helps in over if you like Mabry. If Mabry's in. She's out. They still went over last game with her out, but it was mostly the Valkyrie scoring, I think. But I don't know. These games where they play so close together, like playoff style, it's just I see them being like opposites. Like the way the game went the first game is gonna go the opposite the next. Is that kind of how you feeling about this one, or what do you think about Tempo and Valkyries?
Yeah, this one's hard, Ski, because I had this game the other night. I had Toronto team total under. I guessed Mabry wasn't going to play. A few hours later, she was announced out. So I thought, well, this is pretty good. And need them to score less than 77. They got to 79 without her and without Anissa Morrow. She didn't play either. Tonight, you get Morrow. It'd be interesting to see how they use Morrow. They certainly can use her style of play as far as rebounding and ability to score on the interior is concerned. And if you get Mabry back, it's hard to think that Toronto would be held under their total here again. But they played Golden State twice, Ski, and they've scored 75 with Mabry, 79 without Mabry. The other night, the four quarters that they played, three of Toronto's quarters are 18, 18, and 20. It's not a lot, but they had a 23, and 77 is not a big number to get over. So it would appear that they could get there from that perspective. I am not willing to pull the trigger on that as of yet. I would say if you're looking at the Golden State side, we talked about it a little bit yesterday that Las Vegas and Golden State were in a tie for second place, the 2 seed. Las Vegas has pulled ahead now by half a game. Golden State's got to respond. They've shown that they can win by margin at home, and Toronto's shown that they can give up a ton of points. There's so much back and forth in my mind about this game. It's hard to play. I think the line coming down would suggest there's people out there that think Marina Mabry's going to play in this one. I don't know the extent of the neck injury, but I feel like I read somewhere where Sandy Brondello thought that she probably would go tonight. If that's the case, I don't know. Golden State's great defensively, but I'll say this: they made 14 threes the other night. I know Toronto's a bad defensive team, but are they going to make 14 threes again? They shoot a bunch, but if they don't, they probably don't cover 11 and a half or 12. So it's so much you can hear in this kind of analysis I'm giving. There's a lot of back and forth here, which leads me to believe I don't have anything I can play worthwhile in this one. So I'll probably end up letting it go, Skee. In fact, when we get to promotions, I'll explain a little something here with what I did with my $5 Tuesday, but this one just leaves me probably on the sidelines.
The tempo, I think they shot 23% from three. The Valkyries, I think, shot like 48. Um, so maybe the tempo shoot a little bit better. I know the Valkyries are a good defensive team, like we mentioned though. What about this? I did want to mention, I did hear Coach Natalie Nakase say that at halftime she just pretty much was calling out the team and saying, we don't have enough effort. And the second half it looked like they were playing with a lot more effort. So is that all they need to beat this tempo team? Probably. If Marina Mabry is not out there, she is out there. They'll need a little bit more. But just want to throw that out there for anybody who may believe, that the Valkyries are going to bring that effort again. And I mean, when they did, they scored pretty well in the second half. Defensively, I think they held the tempo to 36 points. We'll see what we get tonight. Shout out to the chat. KC popping in the chat. You Capper in here as well. Good to see you, bro. Um, Gio says Skee and Veno scared. I'm taking Golden State minus 12. They're gonna blow them out tonight. Farrell says the same thing. We shall see. Um, we'll go ahead and get to promos because it is $5 Tuesday. So you can go to either Rob Veno or my page and you'll get, a best bet for only $5. Um yeah, on that note, I'm gonna leave it with that for today, that $5 Tuesday. I'll say I do have a play up. Mine is on this game. And yeah, Vino, I know you said you wanted to talk a little bit about something when $5 Tuesday time comes around. What you got going?
Yeah, I went ahead and played a game for tomorrow, Skee. I went right to tomorrow's schedule. My $5 Tuesday is kind of an overnight play on a game tomorrow. So if you want to get an early jump, you see how these games move,
Yeah.
sides move, totals move, everything moves. So took a number that I think is a good play here today. So if you want to get in for $5, you can have a play lined up for tomorrow on my page. $5 Tuesday is a Wednesday WNBA selection. No best bet. Obviously, we don't give them on $5 Tuesdays, which means another episode of Profit. No best bet. No best bet picks.
Hey,
But that's the way it goes on Tuesdays when we only have one game to choose from.
one game, $5 Tuesday. I mean, it is what it is, man. You
Mm.
guys know you've been around. So that'll wrap it up. I think tomorrow, let's see, tomorrow we have four games to talk about. So we'll have a little bit more to choose from. Vino, always appreciate you taking the time to cap these games with me. Helps my process tremendously. Chat, we appreciate you all as well. Best of luck, everybody, on all your action, and we'll catch you guys again tomorrow.